You're in your 20s or 30s, completely overwhelmed and quietly convinced you're falling behind everyone else in the race for status and wealth. It feels like everyone around you has discovered some hidden shortcut to an effortless, successful life, while you're still stuck at the starting line. But the person who actually figured it out is 75-year-old self-made billionaire Barbara Corcoran, and she doesn't believe in life hacks. Building a fulfilling life and the wealth that often follows comes down to a very specific, demanding equation. It boils down to a stoic principle that governed her entire career. Easy choices guarantee a hard life. Hard choices create an easy life. Think of making an easy choice like coasting downhill on a bike. It feels great in the moment until you realize you took the wrong path, and now you have to pedal up a dark, grueling mountain just to survive. The hard choice flips that geometry. By tackling the steep, painful uphill climb immediately, you earn a breezy, endless downward coast on the other side. Barbara applied this exact math to failure, authenticity, and self-worth to see if it could actually yield the results she wanted. In 1970s New York, Barbara met a boyfriend at a diner who handed her $1,000 to start a real estate business, becoming her partner. 7 years later, he married her younger secretary and kicked Barbara out of the company, leaving her with virtually nothing. The easy choice here is obvious. Surrender to victimhood, point fingers at the people who wronged you, and stay permanently defeated. Barbara opted for the hard choice. She describes successful entrepreneurs as jack-in-the-boxes. You take a massive, crushing hit to the head, compress under the weight, and violently spring right back up. She channeled that rejection into the grueling work of starting a rival firm from scratch. By refusing to play the victim, she turned that bounce back into the foundation of the Corcoran Group, a real estate empire. Trying to survive in the elite New York real estate market, Barbara felt immense pressure to appear fancy and wealthy. She adopted an exhaustive routine to maintain this facade, including weekly salon visits for a giant, stiff poof of hair that she was only allowed to wash on Sundays. Pretending to be someone else is like dragging an impossibly heavy suitcase up a long flight of stairs. It drains your energy and slows you down. She eventually made the hard choice to drop the act completely and just be her genuine self. Discarding a carefully crafted persona is terrifying at first, but it allows you to move fast, travel light, and attract people who actually want to support you, flaws and all. Growing up, Barbara struggled with severe dyslexia. Because she couldn't read or write like her peers, she developed a default mental tape that constantly labeled her as stupid. The hard choice was manually overriding that faulty software. Instead of letting the negative default play, she actively forced a new affirmation into her head, constantly telling herself she was amazing. She discovered a second, highly effective method for overriding self-doubt, shifting her focus entirely away from her own problems to help someone else. At age 32, she saved up enough money to buy her parents their first brand new car, a massive milestone for a family that raised 10 kids on a tight budget. Walking around with that car key was the first time she felt truly successful. She earned that pride through an internal mental shift and a direct act of giving. From the perspective of a self-made billionaire, the truth about wealth is deeply unglamorous. Barbara insists she was exactly as happy when she was poor, working 23 different jobs, as she is now. The singular practical utility of money is simply buying the freedom to do what you want with your time. She applies this same grounded perspective to her marriage, bursting the cultural myth of an endless, exciting fairy tale. For her, real love is the difficult daily choice to remain loyal, supportive, and present, even when the relationship inevitably gets boring. These unglamorous, difficult choices provide the only stable foundation for a truly effortless life. Aging brings frustrating physical realities. You lose mobility and fear creeps in, making you hesitate before taking risks you used to jump at. But the mental reward of getting older is finally knowing exactly who you are, what you want, and cutting out anything that doesn't matter. If Barbara could give one piece of advice to her younger self, it would be to chill. Stop rushing to slay every dragon, and take a moment to just breathe and smell the roses. Committing to these specific hard choices today secures the authentic, unburdened life that tomorrow requires.